Hey everybody, we have a special actual Comic-Con forecast. We're talking months ahead of time, but I wanted to really talk about, because we've seen these conventions coming back. I want to talk about the work that goes into it. And with me today, I have someone who's going to be bringing us a Sci-Fi Pop Fest this September. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know who you are and what you're doing.
Hey everybody, my name is Scott D. I'm one of the founders and creators of Sci-Fi Pop Fest, and thank you so much for having me on the show.
I appreciate you being on here. So now, when's the event taking place?
So the event taking place November 6th. That's going to be a Saturday over in a town called Eustis, Florida. It's about 45 minutes northwest of Orlando.
And now, like you're seeing it, we have nothing but shows on top of each other for the next 2 months. Was that one of the reasons you chose to go into November as opposed to going with the other shows?
Yeah, well, that was one reason is I wanted to space out because there's only so much. There's only so. I mean, we all love going to the shows, but there's got to be a little breathing room, as well as I wanted to give November. It's a sweet spot because it's just before the holiday time we picked, and it was just after Halloween. So if any cosplayers or anyone needed to get some stuff at Spirit on a discounted price, then definitely you can show up to our show and really have a good experience.
That's absolutely true. And so, tell me the theme. Like it says sci-fi, but you're going to have comics. What else are you going to have? Like what's this show going to look like?
So, Sci-Fi Pop Fest, it's a festival and a convention. Our slogan is a festival and convention truly out of this world. And what it is here is we're going to not just have we wanted to focus heavily on creators, comic creators, as well as cosplayers. We do have movie cars there. They're going to be there. We have 2 Jurassic Park Jeeps that are going to be there. We have the Orange County Ghostbusters are going to be there. Spring Hill Ghostbusters. There's going to be quite a few different eclectic of vehicles, as well as now we're working. This is in development, so you're hearing it first. Whoever's watching this is hearing this first. We're actually going to be doing a car show at the event, but this is a unique car show because it has to be themed with pop culture. So we have to have like one vehicle though that's coming right now. It's a Challenger, but it's decked out in Gotham Batman design. So there's ones that's going to be Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, but they have to be themed to fit pop culture. And at first I wasn't thinking about a car show, but then someone came up to me and says, well, what's one of the biggest pop culture films right now and have 9 movies and everybody loves cars and car shows? And I'm like, well, that makes sense. And so it's in development right now. And we've actually had a very, very nice turnout of cars and wanting to participate. So we're working on that. So you'll have a car show outside, as well as you have a Comic-Con convention sci-fi festival event inside as well. So it's going to be this, we'll have food trucks. It's going to be just a fun time to celebrate.
Now, we're just getting out of probably one of the worst periods that any of us alive have just gone through. How has that affected you? Because you just don't do this, but you guys have a performing arts center. Can you go into just a little bit of how the recovery and finding this new normal has been going?
Yeah, so my family and I, we opened a performing arts center in 2019, actually July 6, 2019. And everything was going fantastic, and we were ready for 2020. And then all of a sudden, the pandemic happened, and we shut down, and we were shut down all the way till the end of last year. And it was rocking. For anyone in the performing arts industry, Broadway closed down. They're going to open up in September of this year. So you're talking about a lot of people that were not even on a local basis. Community theaters that were here in Florida were struggling or have closed their doors because they couldn't survive. And that was one thing with us here is how we're going to survive. The blessing I would say here is because of the size of our venue, we can do concerts, and the concerts, believe it or not, have saved the theater in a way that people love tribute artists, and we've had some amazing artists keeping the doors open. So, but it is a struggle. I mean, you're looking at a lot of entertainment as a whole got affected, from performing arts to Comic Cons to, I mean, San Diego's doing a virtual one, I believe. I don't even think they're even opening this. They're waiting until 2022.
I believe that's even this weekend, for the record. I think that's,
Yeah, doing
if I'm
the
not
virtual
mistaken,
ones.
this
So
week.
so you have a lot of, that's one of those things to where, because California is just opening back up. So it's one of those things, we're fortunate to live in Florida, to where Florida was like, hey, flipping the switch, we're wanting to get back in business as soon as possible. But we're still feeling the effects economically as a whole, especially because our bread and butter down in Central Florida is the tourist industry, and we still haven't really bounced back from that because of the European market still locked down. So it's an interesting time, and that's one reason why we went with what we did with this show. We wanted to also push it further because we want to give it space, and also we want to have it to where people felt even more safe, to where they didn't. If they want to wear a mask to our show, they can. They absolutely can if they want to feel comfortable. But by November 6th, people should be well comfortable to gather with each other in a close distance, hopefully. So that's also was one of the big strategies as well, to push it further out too.
So we get to November. It's time to go. What are you looking at if you're a family showing up to the show?
Well, families. So this is the cool part here. We understand what's going on with the economic structure here. We understand not every family can pull out $50-$60 a pop, and then $30. You're looking at some families, they can't pull $150-$200 to go to a show, and those shows are great. I mean, they bring in some heavy hitters. I mean, you want to see their stars, you're going, that's great. But we said, you know what? Let's figure out economically for ourselves as well as for the people, how can we benefit both ways? And so we said to ourselves, we're going to do a one-day show. We're going to drop the price down to $5 for general admission, $3 if you have a student ID. And I'll tell you, we're going to be flexible. I mean, if you're a student, high school, middle school, you're getting $3. Children under, I think it's, give me 1 second, my notes. I think it's 12 or 10. 12 or 10 is actually going to be free to come in. We want to pack it out. We want people to just have fun, vendors to be happy. They get to share their product. Artists get to share their product and have a good time. That's our goal.
So this sounds like it's something that maybe you're trying to build as a community thing going forward.
Yes. So we actually approached the mayor of our town and the city, and they got really excited for this. They are actually very excited for this, to bring this to their community. And we're taking baby steps. San Diego Comic-Con wasn't built in a day, but it started in a basement. And the progression keeps going and going and going. And we would love to have it to where people go, hey, down the line, it's a couple-day show, a weekend show, and people come to this little town called Eustis because it has this show here, and people can just enjoy a weekend out of just city life. Because when you come to our town, it's something straight out of like a movie. I mean, really, it's this small town. You got buildings that are 110 years old, and it's just this fun experience.
And you guys can see some of the art here and what's going to be going on. So what would an artist look to be paying for these tables? Because I know all the artists are going to ask me that.
Yeah, of course. So an artist to be on our show is $25. That's it. We want you to come in. We want you to showcase yourself. Look, we love artists. Artists are the bread, but look, I tell people this: comic creators and artists created Comic-Cons. if it wasn't for them, we would not have these shows. I mean, point blank, there would not be these shows wouldn't exist if it wasn't for comic creators and artists. And you're the life force of these shows. So, you know, and if someone with my pay $5 at the door, they got $15, $20, $30 to come and get one of your art. You know, I have artwork that I know for a fact that artists have done that they're like one of a kind pieces. And I have them framed, and my kids know not to go next to those frames because that's what it is.
And now you have a few announcements already. I think it's on your Facebook page. I'll call that up. A few people who are going to be guests at your show.
Yes. So I have a couple guests coming here. I have Silverline COMiX is coming. And I wonder if I can make the announcement. Can I make the announcement now? I don't know. Yeah. As well as I have COMiX with an X will be one of our featured guests coming. I just want to lock that down before the show. He will be there. And his
we'll be bringing the Continuum brand because, you know, I want to support all the shows I can. So I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. And you guys have an amazing brand. I mean, what's going on there? I want people to see. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot more posting. This past week, we actually, in Florida, we had some storms come through. So we've been doing some cleanup and getting ready for there. But we're actually going to be making some more announcements. There's the Jeeps there. We have a Eustace Batman, believe it or not, out of all the places. We have Shield. Yep, we have the Shield group coming in from Ocala. We have Black Widow cause. She'll be there. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I mean, I saw her. I was like, wow, I get Scarlett Johansson without getting Scarlett Johansson. The doppelganger is pretty awesome.
So
Super Dave, yeah. He's does Tony Stark.
And there's the Silverline Rolling Man.
Silverline. And then of course the new announcement will be there's Spring Hill. Spring Hill Ghostbusters will be there with their vehicle. Outer Rim Guild, they're a Star Wars group. They're actually going to be teaching people how to do lightsaber dueling. Pretty cool. Their setup's going to be really cool. It's going to be there. They're going to have like different crates and stuff like feel you're like in like kind of like tattooing. Amazing Amazon Steph. She's 6 foot. Amazon. That's
it. That's really all you need. 6 foot Amazon.
That's it. I mean, you can't get rid of Wonder Woman right there. Roland Man, he's the publisher of Silverline. He'll be there. John Crowler. Now, John Crowler, he's part of Silverline, but he also has his own series as well where he deals with actually wrestlers. Pretty cool stuff. I mean, his stuff, he's doing actually a bio book for the Bushwhackers wrestling WWE. So I don't know if it'll be out by November, but I'll ask him. Yeah. There's Orange County Ghostbusters. Jeff Whiting, he's known for stuff for his artistry with the Tick and many other different products, but he's out part with Silverline doing some cool stuff with them. He also has some amazing, just a lot of drone footage and flying the drone around. So he got some.
Yeah, he's certified too. He actually went out, got the permit, like became official.
Yeah.
And this is just now. I know you said that you're working towards more advertising. We'll be seeing more stuff. Will you have panels? Now that's a big question. I know people are going to ask me.
So we are going to have panels. We are looking how to design the seating for the paneling because we have about 25,000 square foot facility. In return, we have a packed with vendors and artists and movie cars. So we'll have a panel. We're just trying to figure out in our layout now where to put the paneling. But we will have it because we want all the artists and whoever wants to do a panel to have that time to shine and talk about their different products and projects.
So now, obviously, November is a good amount of time away. Plenty of time to get tickets, plenty of time for you guys to make a decision to come hang out with us at Sci-Fi Pop Fest this November. The website, it's all that is in the video you're watching. We'll wind up doing some TikToks, just announcing some stuff and announcing some guests. I'm going to try to get with Roland, man. I want him on the show, on the floor, go into the other shows, and we'll start talking about this. And I'm sure we'll meet up at flyers and stuff like that. If anyone has a question for you, not only can they ask me and I'll reach out to you, but where can they find you?
They can find us on Facebook at the Sci-Fi Pop Fest. They can message us right away on there. Also on our website, sci-fi-popfest.com, they can shoot us a message, and the email will go right to us. As well as those are the two right now as we speak. We'll get back. Usually we're pretty quick. Within 24 hours, we're responding to any questions.
Perfect. I want to get back with you probably at the end of August, talk about the changes that have, because in that time period, there'll be some things that we can do. So stay tuned. Sign up now, because at $25 a pop, guys, that's going to sell out. I haven't done a $25 table. For one-day shows are usually about $50 to $70 in Florida. I don't know about outside of Florida. So this is an amazing deal in November before Thanksgiving, after Halloween, like he said. It's that sweet spot where people want something to do.
Yeah, we have artist tables and we do have vendor tables. Our vendor spots are 10 by 10, and those are 60. So for those that want to say, hey, I want to sell a lot of merch, I mean, we really wanted to make it very cost effective for everyone, just to have a good time, and that, especially, and like you said, it's in that sweet spot. So you're just at that holiday time frame, so people can want to buy some stuff. They can come to a show and buy some stuff for the family or themselves, and give themselves an early holiday treat.
Well, I appreciate you coming on tonight. We're going to let the audience go because we want to talk them, go out there, start looking at what you're doing, start making some plans. Any final notes for the audience before we leave tonight?
Yeah, tickets are on sale. You can purchase your tickets at the door or online right now. And for those that are interested in the show, space is limited. I mean, we're selling out pretty quick. So please get with us as soon as possible to reserve your spot.
I thank you for the time tonight. We'll talk to you all soon. Guys, we'll have the regular forecast later this week. If you're watching this a few weeks after we film this, check back with the next recording. We're going to update you as we go along the process and what's going on. Thanks for joining us. Remember to support creators both on the road at these conventions like the Sci-Fi Pop Fest and on Kickstarter. Thank you for watching.